Puss in Boots. Once upon a time, there was a cat named Puss. He lived with the old miller and his 3 sons. Puss would hide in the mill. If a rat came to eat the grain, Puss would pounce. Then the miller died. The oldest son took the mill. The second son took the donkey. There is nothing left for me," said the youngest son. "You can have the cat," his brother said. And the youngest son's name was Tom. Tom had no money to feed the cat. He planned to leave Puss alone in the woods. Puss was scared. "I can make you rich," Puss said to Tom. Tom didn't know Puss could talk. He thought a talking cat must be very clever. Puss asked for a sack. He asked for a pair of boots. Tom gave him both things. Puss filled the sack with carrots. He hid behind a rock. Some rabbit came to eat. Puss snatched them up in his sack. Puss brought the rabbits to the king's castle. "The present from my master," Puss said. The king rubbed his stomach. He loved rabbits too. "What is your master's name?" the princess asked. Puss told the five rolled Carabas, he said. Puss borrowed a present to the castle every week. He borrowed grain from the mill. He borrowed fish from the river. He borrowed flowers from the field. One day, Puss saw the royal carriage coming down the road. He had an idea. He told Tom to go swimming in the river. "Now?" Tom asked. "Now," Puss said. Tom stripped off his clothes. He jumped into the river. Puss looked down the road. The king's carriage was getting closer. He hid Tom's clothes under a log. Puss ran into the road. "Help! Road Carabas is downing!" he cried. The carriage driver fished Tom out of the river. Tom hid behind the bush. Bandits stole my master's clothes," said Puss. The king remembered the gift from Rolled Carabas. "Bring this man a fine new suit," he said. Rolled Carabas got into the carriage with the king and the princess. Puss saw some people down the road. He had another idea. He ran ahead. The people were picking up apples. They looked hungry. Why don't you eat the apples?" Puss asked. We gave all our apples to the bad bird," a man said. "The war could turn into the dragon." Puss made a deal with the people. They would tell the king that the orch belonged the road Carabas. Puss would get rid of the orc. Puss ran on. His boots helped him run fast. Puss found some people milking cows. They looked thirsty. Why don't you drink? Why don't you drink the milk? Puss asked. We give all our milk to a scary or a woman said. The or could turn into the tiger. Puss made a deal with these people too. They would tell the king that the coat belonged the road Carabas. Puss would get rid of the orc. It's a deal, said the people. Moo, said the cows. Puss run it. Puss run on. Puss soon came to the old castle. He went inside. The orc sat on the golden throne. He drank from a silver cup. He picked his nose. He scratched his bottom. The orc saw Puss. He wanted to eat Puss for dinner. The orc tried to grab the cat, but he was too slow. Puss jumped onto the table. The orc turned into a lion. Puss was shaking in his boots. But Puss had an idea. I bet you can't turn into a rhino, he said. The orc became the rhino. A bear, Puss said. The orc became the bear. A dog, Puss said. The orc became a dog. I'll bet you can't turn into mouse, said Puss. The orc became a mouse. Pounce. Puss ate the mouse in one bite. Puss went outside. The royal carriage drove up. Welcome to the castle of Road Carabas, he said. The king liked the orch and cows. The princess liked the castle. She loved Roald Carabas. He loved her too. They were married the very next day. The king brought the cake. The apple pickers brought apple cider. The milkmaids brought ice cream. Puss brought himself. The orc was gone and never had enough to eat and drink. Rod and Lady Carabas were very happy. She called him Tom. He called her Jenny. Puss gave the sack back to Tom, but to this day he still wears his boots.